Hello, hello. I'm Chris with the Legacy team, and I have the great pleasure of being with Jake.
How's it going?
It's going good. Now, Jake here, he is the owner of Ol Loggin Sawmill over here in Arkansas, and we have the opportunity of partnering with him. He has his new 4x8 Legacy CNC behind us, and I have the opportunity of coming out and going through the 2 days of training to train him and his team on how to start using the CNC machine. You got your CNC journey is coming along. It's going to be pretty exciting.
Very exciting, very exciting. It's going to add a lot more to our business than what we're already doing, and I'm very excited about that.
Gotcha. So what made you consider looking into CNC in the first place?
Well, what we do is we build epoxy resin river tables, and 85% of our work is custom work, right? And so what we've been doing right now is dealing with a lot of general contractors that only do custom framing, custom houses, custom commercial buildings and stuff like that. And so we were basically a one-trick pony. We just did epoxy resin river tables, we did benches, and then we did little cutting boards and stuff like that. Now that I've been working with these general contractors that do custom homes, we needed to add a little bit more to our repertoire here. And so a CNC machine, I was doing a lot of logos. And we were using like a little portable CNC, and then I was spending a lot of labor hours having somebody every hour doing that little portable CNC machine. So we wanted to do something where we could still do logos, where I can concentrate my labor hours on something else and then add something. So like, for example, for these contractors, they want to do staircases and stuff like that. So I needed something that could do like custom spindles. The epoxy, well, the CNC can not only flatten all of our stuff and our stair treads and all that kind of good stuff, it also has 3D rendering that we could do different type of stuff with these customs homes. So what I liked about this was it gave me more options to do different things, because I do custom work, and this thing is, I feel like, is set up to do more of the custom type of deals of certain situations, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're trying to make sure that you can say yes to as many opportunities as that come your way as your business expands.
Absolutely.
That makes perfect sense. Now, you were looking into a couple of CNCs as you were going through your research and trying to decide on, again, expanding this capability. What made you land with Legacy versus all the other options that are out there?
What I liked about Legacy is it has this turning option, right? It has a turning option, and it has more than just like a one-trick pony, like I was saying earlier. Some of these other companies, it was like they're geared to like cabinet making, and then that's it. They're more like commercialized, where we are more custom. And so this, I felt, gave me more of that custom feel that I could do for my customers.
That makes sense.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. That makes perfect sense. And so a machine just landed, like literally 2 days ago,
yes.
if I'm right.
Yes, absolutely.
This is exciting. I think we just cut this yesterday, right? Our
first little test sample. And you know what? What's funny is that took like 60 seconds to do.
Yeah.
And with our little portable CNC machine, it would have took us like 2 hours to do that. So
that's awesome.
So it's and then also what we're doing too is we're also on like Walmart and Amazon.com and stuff like that. And so we are now venturing out to not just only do custom, but to have certain items that this CNC machine can do over and over and over and over and over and over, that we can now offer cheaper options of like cutting boards and charcuterie boards. And there's certain little items we're doing, like business card holders and stuff like that for certain companies and stuff. And so this can knock out multiple of those items while I can focus my labor costs on something else. And then that is just more passive income for our online presence.
That's awesome. So you're getting the best of both worlds. Not only can you say yes to more jobs because of capability, but now you're able to kick up your production needs if necessary because of automation.
Absolutely. And because of this, it's now going to open our business, because like I said earlier, we just did tables, benches, and cutting boards. Well, now this is going to open up to so much more access to diversify our income and money coming into our business like that. So we're super excited about that, and I'm stoked about what new things that it's going to come up with as we do this journey. Because right now I'm only thinking, like, 90% of my customers want chairs, right? So this is also going to create chairs for us for our tables as well. So I can only imagine what that's going to lead to later on. I'm going to end up finding things about this. Well, we'll end up doing a whole nother directory path of our work than what I'm thinking of, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I've seen that many times in customers. It comes a blessing and a curse because you can do anything you want. So what do you start with, right?
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what got you involved in the epoxy side of things? Because my understanding is you originally started with the sawmill, is your woodworking is where that began.
Yep.
But what got you into the epoxy side of things?
Well, I used to work for Walmart, and I was a logistics manager, field manager for them for almost 20 years, about 19 and a half years or whatever. And on the side, I like to do woodworking. So this was back in 2017. I would watch YouTube, and I saw these kids making these epoxy tables in Canada. And so what I did was I just followed them, and I watched all their YouTube, and I really liked what epoxy can do with like stuff that would be firewood, for example. So I have some property around here. I have a lot of down trees, but these trees aren't really something that a regular sawmill would use, because a regular sawmill wants dimensional lumber. These trees had a bunch of holes and rot in it, and so I thought to myself, oh, I could use my trees and use this epoxy to fill all the voids and that kind of good stuff, and then turn them into valuable lumber. And that's how that started. And so I became a distributor to an epoxy company, and we started making epoxy tables and cutting boards and stuff like that, and then doing social media and having social media presence and teaching people through our social media how to do this stuff, right? And then so it just expanded from there. I became a distributor to a company. I saw that this was a new niche that was coming into the market, into the States. I made them a lot of money that first year, and I felt like I could do it myself. So I found a company that branded us, and we became partners with Lab Surface, and we are 50-50 partners. They are a flooring company. I am their only partner in the casting world, and then that's how we came up with our own products.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Yep, absolutely. So now we manufacture everything. Not only do we manufacture lumber, we are partners with the manufacturing company on the epoxy, right? And so now we're going to combine those two together and then put this machine to work. And then we're going to end up manufacturing more stuff.
That's great. Yeah. That's awesome. I love how the vision is going to be starting to build. You got a lot of momentum right now, I can see. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens in the next couple of years with this.
It's going to be very exciting. And I appreciate the opportunity to make this machine to its full potential, and I'm excited to see what we can do with it.
That's awesome. Well, Jake, I appreciate your time today. It's been fantastic.
Chris, I appreciate it.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
It's
Thank you
been
very
awesome.
much.
Hey, if you guys are interested in seeing what Jake does and, again, how he's expanding his business, especially when it comes to epoxy, definitely check out Ol Loggin Sawmill. You can find him on Instagram, on Facebook. Instagram, his hotspot.
Yep.
And, again, we'll keep in touch and probably follow up with this in a little bit later to see how things are going.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. And for those of you guys that want to look at our website, it's ollogginsawmill.com. Give us a check, give us a look, and then you could DM us anytime for any questions at all whatsoever.
Appreciate it.